Today's charges are announced on the same day a Metro Atlanta city decides how it chooses to police people. CBS 46's Bobeth Yates continues our team coverage in the city of South Fulton. Bobeth, good evening.
Good evening, Sean. Well, the city of South Fulton is basically saying not in our house. Today, they announced the implementation of the 21st century police reform legislation that does everything from require officers to get drug tests involved in a use of force issue or even include additional de-escalation training.
We are committed in displaying transparency and fostering trust with residents in our community.
The city of South Fulton Councilwoman Helen Willis sponsored the 21st century police reform legislation. The measure unanimously passed the council and is now being implemented by Chief Meadows.
There's 6 different pillars with respect to the 21st century policing model. And so what we're doing is embedding those principles in every aspect of this organization.
The 6 overarching pillars of the 21st century policing reform includes accountability and transparency. It creates a police task force and provides additional de-escalation training, as well as wellness checks on officers' mental health and drug tests those involved in use of force issues.
I don't have the luxury of distancing myself from the injustices that we're seeing nationally, right? I think it's important that we be thought leaders and try to set a model for other jurisdictions to follow.
And community activists who have been pushing for police reform are celebrating the changes.
Well, I love the fact that I'm in a city that voted unanimously to test for alcohol and drugs as it relates to the officer or officers, because it is under the umbrella of transparency. I am personally calling on behalf of a national coalition that other major municipalities adopt this legislation, starting with the city of Atlanta.
Now, the 21st century police reform legislation is not a new concept. In fact, it was implemented back in 2014 when President Obama created an executive order and a task force created the policies. Now, at that time, many of the municipalities did not implement them. Now, we'll see which police departments actually implement them now. Live in South Fulton, Bobeth Yates, CBS 46 News.